puta madre.
La que te parió.
Me jodí.
Make sure they're safe heading into the next zone, and they are going to actually opt to rift out there so that they can make that early rotation. They did have quite a long
Chicos, mi nombre es Santino Motochic. Sin querer me di cuenta y tenía esto desconectado. Cuando soy tonto. Bueno, voy a repetir lo que dije. Recién acabo de subir a la 50. Tenía esto. y dije que, ¡guau! ¡Qué combinación esto, ¿no? ¡Qué combinación! Acaba de llegar mi abuelo. ¿Qué pantalla carga? Esta, ¿no? Sí. Mira, acá está la estrella. Acá está la estrella. A ver, ahí está la estrella. Esa. Me voy a poner la patineta de deriva. Me gustó un montón. La deriva, soy fan de deriva. La mejor skin de todos los juegos. Pero ahí está. Tengo tanta pantalla de carga acá que no, ni siquiera me doy cuenta. Voy a hacer un grupo. A ver.
We'll pick that up.
Oh
Siphon
my
comes
god.
over too.
Oh,
Will he be able to get
arma.
enough mats? He's sitting on 3, 2, and now out of materials. It's a
Ah, pensé que tenías ese espacio, loco. Si quieren un día jugar conmigo al Fortnite, solo déjenme en los comentarios su nombre. Y recuerden apoyar al creador Mundo Deriva o Mickey Crack. Yo apoyo uno de los dos porque Mundo Deriva hace unas películas buenísimas. Mira, si estoy viendo una y cada una, me encanta. No le doy ningún spoiler. Roxy Deriva, Lince, oh my god. Hola, estoy haciendo un video. ¿Qué te parece ir a Villa Bicharra, que no trae casi nadie en la máquina ahora casi todo el tiempo? ¿Te gusta? Bueno, voy a hablar de lo que estaba haciendo. Que en esta zona, por acá, hay una máquina dorada y más por el medio una máquina azul. Está muy buena la zona. Aparte la película está muy buena, casi nadie. Y de vez en cuando la tormenta siempre está por acá. Cuando voy por acá. Voy a ir a abrir la máquina expendedora. Siempre me aparece, casi siempre. Ahí está, justo ahí. Está este cofre. ¿Ven? Justo ahora no me tocó, pero... Eso era un fornite. A ver. Ah, no, era el modo escudo. Este está buenísimo. A ver, esta así. Yo no soy tanto de eso, sí. Soy más de escopeta. Que fui me marca hasta los cofres. Trampa. Qué bueno, qué bueno. Recuerden que todo al principio es muy bueno. En la zona, que eso es re difícil que estés acá en la zona. Recuerden que aquí se lo puedes entrar en 30 metal y vende todo lo demás. Muy con los maps, áreas bueno de unos pop. Tener todos los max al full es muy bueno. Esto. Me pregunto por qué hicieron así. Voy a dar el acá. Esto. Acá está la camioneta de reinicio. A ver si encuentro el azul. El azul siempre está ahí. Siempre está ahí el azul. Pero hoy no me toca. Gente no hay. Porque tengo un modo sordo. Me gustaría picarlo. Cuando tienes muchas sensibilidades. Oh my god. Thank you, my friend. Mira lo que tengo yo. Y me tomé un mini. Ah, claro, mejor un mini. una K47. Ustedes saben que si yo voy acá, bueno, anda. Qué raro. Se va. Se mueve, qué raro. Debe ser el modo. No se mueve. Mira, no tengo suerte, Ahí está. De escopeta no me mira. En eso estoy en desventaja. Bueno, tu tengo el máximo, creo. No, un poco más. Dejo marcado por si quieres llevarlo. ¿Qué me lanza? Si lo llevo. No. Voy a marcar acá el boloncho. Acá hay 3. Uno de los tuyos. Listo. Siempre hay que intentar que los demás no se puedan aprovechar. Y voy a decir que después nos vayamos a Terreno Tormentón. Acá. Y ahora un segundo. ¡Vaya! ¿Dónde me voy a quedar? Esperando. Así que yo me agarro un poco. Ya, tengo lo hecho. Algo. Vale, esperen que la estacionamos. Oh, cofre. Bueno. Pero. Bueno. Entonces debe haber máquina. Pero no, justo no hay. Creo que en este modo no hay máquina. Vale, no, no. Bueno, bueno, bueno. Oye, tío, vete borracho. Quiero subir. Quiero subir. Voy a recargar la capa. Le quito un poco de vida. No, no me necesito. ¿Qué puedo construir? Nada. Me aprieta todo el segundo que quiero buscar el mío. Y después te lo paso. Espera un segundo, tengo que ir a buscar mi boloncho. Tengo que buscar el boloncho. Lo dejé. Me lo dejé por... Bueno, acá está, acá está. Seguro acá, ¿no? No me diga, me lo agarraron. Ah, no, está ahí rebujo. ¿Vos cambios, eh? ¡Mil boloncho! ¿What? Pará, me vamos unido. Me unió del boloncho. Oh my god. Vamos al círculo, vamos al círculo. Yo lo llevo y él me sigue. Está arriba abajo. Hizo el extender entonces. Andamos en el círculo. Vamos ahí. Me echó el sorbete. Tengo mucho. Hay un cofre, pero... Casi. No. No. ¿Dónde está? Déjame moverte que voy. Escudo tengo y tengo 4 de los nuevos. Escucho tiros. Ahí. No, Max. Me olvidé. Oh my god. Yo hago el bug del chup. No. Me escondo. Vení, curame. Tengo... ¿Me puedo echar la...? No. Doy. Ahora mi... Con eso te puedo curar. Ah, tienes buena arma. Uy, después me curás. No hay problema. Ah, que me tiro uno de fuera. Ay, no. Me quemo la pata. Decime que está como dentro y afuera. Hay una escopeta de las doradas. Voy a agarrar. Ah, mira, no sabía eso. Gracias. Dale, que igual soportás. Soportás ese beneficio. Cuando está al máximo, andate. Andate. ¿Estás aquí? Me bajé 5 de vida. Mirá que hay manzana. Gracias. Jálame. Oh no, lo voy a ir a buscar. Ahí tienes que volver. Más balas de... gracias. ¿Me da munición? No, me lancho. Ya te llegué. Corre. Hay dos bolonchos. Arranquito. Corre. ¿Qué? Oh, lo maté. Bueno.
Vamos.
No.
Sí.
No, mami.
Sí.
No. Corre. No te puedo, chao. No puedo, amigo, lo lamento. Después... Te mando una sólida amistad, ¿vale? Tengo que poquita bala, no puedo ganar. Si querés ser efectiva, me he quedado sin. Si me mata 5 me muero. Tanto sea arriba, lo lamento. Ay, loot. Acá donde me mataron a mí antes. Ah, por fin hago loot. Joder. Voy a lootear ahí. Pero si puedo ganar, muy buena. Oh, salto épico. Tres encima. Va, bueno. Ahora, ahí está. No, te van a poner vida. No. Chao, era la última. ¿Podrían esperar un cachito? Después lo recorto, ¿ven?
Con zapas, hijo.
Pero lejos.
Sí, Sam, tengo que ir a este mandado, hijo.
Ay, pero iba a grabar video.
Después lo grabás cuando venís.
Pero estoy grabando.
Bueno, cortale y después seguís.
Chicos y chicas, me pueden esperar un cacho. Después vengo.
a run at it, currently sitting on 5, make it 6 elims and 33 points and a great loadout.
Yeah, and he just completely obliterated Les there. So Lee takes out Les. That's a good one. That's an interesting one for later. But he does throw the stink bomb down. Now, we've seen time and time again those being extremely strong. And Zate just gets completely annihilated. Lee now opting to utilize the shadow bomb. Says hello to the baller to his right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. But then uses the small amount of high ground down there to maybe get any kind of eliminations on people coming into the zone.
Yeah, so if you sneak up on a baller near the outside of the zone and you're in like a late game storm, pickaxe it once and then immediately shoot it out. It'll send them flying out into the zone and you'll get elim credit. Boom, there you go, there's the strat.
Wow, look at these mad strats coming out of Sundown
I'm telling you, watch,
today.
check Creo's VODs, he does it all the time and it's hysterical because it's one of the consistently easy ways to get elims on players who don't react, because if they don't instantly throw down the grapple and boost forward, they're gone because the momentum persists as soon as the ball breaks, so it'll send them flying out into the zone. It's great.
You know, where have you been for the last 2 years when I've been trying to improve my Fortnite game? I need you to coach me here.
I mean, you can watch the broadcasts and stuff. I drop hints and knowledge like this. It's called the Sundown Rundown or Sit Down with Sundown, whichever one you want. Maybe someday I'll get the leeway to do my super serious serial Sunday with Sundown, but I gotta
That is a lot of alliteration there.
Oh, trust me, it's Fortnite. It's all alliterative. But we're getting closer now to that top 5. 11 elims so far from King and X-Own. X-Own saying, I will not lose. I want to be on that stage with my buddy King, and King being one of those young prodigies out of the SA region, along with Nyx, doing everything they can from this low ground. How well can they execute and get around the side? Roddy Boy picks up Gozer there and continues his run forward, knowing it'll be ticked over, but King trades him right back, just inside, or just outside the top 5. You can see him wall off the player and want to stick with the zone as it's running out. 10 players remaining, 6 duos left right now as they look for the space. Gozer does finally tick over, but Lottie had been eliminated and Clement didn't 90 fast enough there. Couldn't cover himself. 13th elim. King has 11 of them as him and X-Zone are working down in the tarp, but Barboisa is trying to do everything he can as he frags himself into the top 5, picking up a double. You have Bravo in your top right and King in the bottom right as he gets another one onto Tade. They're the only duo left in the bottom right. Barboisa gets Franz. Will he tick over? No, Bravo takes it up, and we have a 2v1 with double campfires on the low ground. Heavy snipers as well. Knock Bravo down. This is one of the top duos. This is a team to keep an eye on. King and X-Zone, 43 points with the victory royale. 25 from that match, Pookie.
Yeah, coming out with 15 eliminations between the two of them. Now, you've said it so many times, you know, getting the placement and getting the eliminations are so important in these games to make sure that you are hitting top of the leaderboard every single week, and we just saw a perfect example of it coming out from those guys right there. Congratulations to them. We can see here for the Brazil games, we only have about 40 minutes remaining, so these games are going to be some of the last ones for these guys, depending on how long they are able to survive. Each match going approximately 20 minutes, so you need to plan your time accordingly and make sure that you are getting the most out of these games, because time and time again we've seen it come down to just a few points, so every point matters.
I mean, we've seen it very frequently coming down to less than a few points. Like we've gone, I think we've gone 2 tiebreakers deep at some point. I think the most we've had to gone is 3 once. I might have to double check that. I know Creo went 2 deep on his when he ended up advancing. But one thing I do want to talk about is kind of the mentality about playing for late. It's something that you've heard all the time in the Fortnite community, but a lot of people don't really understand. Like, there's a big proponent around the idea of W keying or playing aggressive, and taking early aggressive fights when you can gun race and you know you have an advantage. For instance, if you pick up a combat early, or if you pick up a legendary AR at range, or even a green AR before somebody is able to get set and really get a ton of mats, you can pressure somebody and you can go full send and you can go aggro and you can create an advantage for yourself. But in the general run of the game, taking an even fight against players who are roughly as skilled as you or even slightly less, they're going to be able to chip you out. And most players are going to be able to at least delay you or make it worth the time unless you're significantly better than you. Right? So then if you end up being able to be a little more passive, playing a little safer, working around the outside, being more deliberate in how you rotate and get to places, this is called playing for late. because then you get in these circumstances where you have all the mats, you have the resources, and you're in a more chaotic environment, but you're not knocked out way before taking a 50-50 fight, and all of a sudden we've seen the number of times you win one key engagement on the low ground or one key engagement on the mid ground, and all of a sudden you take high ground away, or one turns into 3 or 4. But you don't get those opportunities if you don't make it to late game.
Exactly. I could not have said that better myself. You know, the thing is too is early game you never know what the other player is going to have that you're going up against. You know, you might feel that you're sitting pretty and you've got a great loader. You're like, you know what, I got this combat shotgun. I'm just going to rush. The other guy could be sitting there with an RPG. You haven't shielded up. You're back to the lobby, Sundown. So, you know, not knowing what the other players have is always, you know, that component of the game that can really actually help or hurt you.
And look, right now, as Andrea and Troy has some great gatekeeping on the side, keeping those players who are trying to rotate with their backs at the storm from entering it, up to 9 elimination now as bot 6 does tick over. And you can see, you use your utility, you get as far over as you can, and then you box up and you turn. The combats and the ARs being the primary benefactors right now from what we've seen today in the meta, and then going triple utility out of there. Andrea not getting the chip there, unfortunately, got a ton of damage, but no elim credit, is going to pick up all of those resources and tops off with a lot of wood and metal.
Yeah, and we have seen time and time again today, you know, just with how many utility items players are carrying, because the utility items in this game right now are so strong. We did just hit the top 15 threshold. A couple more teams go down so quickly, Sunday. We're about to hit that top 10.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I'm a huge fan right now of the 9.30 loop pool. Just seeing more utility and more shields being opened up for players has kind of enabled them. And then with the adjustments, we've seen players rocking multiple gun loadouts, but we've also seen players going straight for the utility phase. The Chug Splash is offering a lot there, but some nades coming out, trying to get the chip in. They snuck one in, but good coverage as we now hit the top 10, so 5 placement points for everyone in here. So far, this is a 16-point game for Andreoli and Troya.
And he is going to take a moment here, hopefully, he looked like he was going to cone himself in there and try to use the minis, but he isn't unfortunately going to have time. The storm is right at his back, and he is dealing with a player in front of him that he is using all of his builds for here to kind of take cover from. He's only got 21 builds remaining. He is above Loot Lake, so that adds a whole nother level. And unfortunately, Troya does actually go down to the player that they were tracking earlier, and Andreoli actually doesn't know where these shots are coming from. He's getting shot from everywhere at this point. He's being focused. He does end up taking a player out to get that siphon down to 29 effective health. It isn't going to be enough. Tried to use that launch pad to get out, but unfortunately he falls.
Yeah, and it was Santidad who picked him up there, and he's on the mid-tarp. Easy for Blackouts and got picked up, as well as DK. So this is a ton of Brazil's top players, but Santidad goes down, and we have our top 3. Now, top 2. It's a 2v2 with Nehu and Ziox up on the high ground, the other team working the low ground. They have the tarp in between as well. They know that they're in the box on the side. They're looking for him. They have marks towards him. They know the players are there. You can see the outlines in purple right now as the Sinisters is trying to get an angle on the side. Raja and Softy are working back around, but they need to be careful because here comes that change in elevation, and you can already see Zukix trying to knock down the tree, preventing no cover. Raja has absolutely no builds. He's going to try to hit the brick and get back up, and he can't. That's the little change in elevation we talked about. Softy gets taken down, and Zukix picks that one up. Flintknock does get picked up. He's on an all-weapon loadout. Nothing left. And Zukix finds it there. Brilliantly done, pushing them up to 35 points after an 18-pointer. Just well done there. But we're going to send it back over to the studio with Zeke and Bala, I think?
How rude of you. You know Bala. He's the best ever. Oh, sure. Yell at me. Gosh. All right, Fortnite fan. We've had an incredible day of games so far. But now we're going to take things just a little bit slow here before our 30-minute break here. We've obviously got to take a look at Oceania, Asia, and that live looking at Brazil. But very quickly, we actually have a little bit of a treat. We're going to be able to chat with Klusha and Thomas HD, who qualified. So, gentlemen, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
What's up, guys? What's up? How are you guys doing?
We are so happy, dude.
Yeah, you guys are so happy? Okay, all right, let's start with Klusha. Tell me the feels,
What's
right?
up?
You see your name up on that leaderboard. What is the very first thing that you did?
We just moves and got a lot of points, just casual, like other days, dude.
Okay, okay. What about you, Thomas? What was the first thing you did as soon as you saw you qualified? What was the first thing?
I was just shaking the whole time. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, okay, okay, all right. So this is kind of a big moment for both of you guys. You know, you've worked so hard for these last 10 weeks of competition. What does it feel like for you guys to finally say, look, all that hard work, that time we've put into Fortnite, it's paying off. We're going to the finals. And how does your family, like, have you told your family, do they kind of understand, you know, what that feels like? We'll start with Thomas.
My family is cool about it, and we're all happy. So I think it's just, I'm so happy, and we're happy.
Yeah, for sure. Klusha, what about you, my man?
What did you say? What was the question?
So for you guys to have worked so hard for 10 weeks to finally get that spot, qualify for New York, and then does your family kind of know what's going on? Do they kind of understand?
Yeah, they do. I qualified in week 5 for solos, so that's when they kind of understood how serious it is.
Yeah.
Like,
and to double up now, I mean, that's crazy. What an accomplishment, right? The double qualification is insane. It's only a few of you guys, right? But talk to me about learning throughout the 10 weeks. I mean, we've played 5 duos competition now, and the clutch up in the last one is pretty crazy. But learning about not only how to play these types of tournaments, these open qualifiers, and timing. I mean, in that last match, we saw you know, it was a little bit of a lobby, but obviously with that kind of, when you play out those light lobbies, you end up not having an opportunity to play again. So was that the strategy? Was that you trying to get into one of those lobbies?
No, we were actually trying to get into a game after the last game. We had 2 minutes of queuing, but we didn't make it into a game, so
just
kind of unlucky.
Sweat.
But yeah, we
were
sat there sweating for the last 20 minutes to make the leaderboards update.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, guys, massive congrats. We cannot wait to see you guys at the New York City Finals. Very quickly, what we'd like to do is open the floor. You guys to get some shout-outs, send out some love, plug your Twitters, your socials, all that stuff. Thomas, let's start your way, and then we'll go to Klusha.
Shout out to Monkey Face for bringing us together.
Any social plugs?
Thomas HD on Twitter.
Thomas HD on Twitter. Man, a few words. I like that. Klusha, let's send it your way. Shout outs, social plugs, thank yous, all of it.
Yeah, I want to shout out Kazan. It's the Discord for the Danish guys. We're just hanging out in there, and I want to shout out my Twitch, Klusha, and my Twitter, Klusha, by the way.
Klusha, by the way, there you go. Very easy to find these two. Again, guys, massive congrats. We'll see you in New York City, and of course, we'll have to grab a slice of pizza.
Bye, guys. Congrats.
Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you later. And there you go. We get to talk with Klusha and Thomas. A little bit of insight there. You know, that you could tell they're just so excited to have qualified. Again, all that 10 weeks of prep work. You know, you can really tell that they've grinded. You know, they've poured their heart and soul into the game. And for them, it paid out.
And double qualification, too, is unreal.
Yep.
And over 10 weeks now, they get to, you know, take a little bit of a breather, a little bit, because, you know, they're going to hop right back on that grind ahead of July. It's going to be crazy.
For sure. Now, very quickly, before we go, there was a little bit of a mix-up, so really quickly, we wanted to show correct standings for OCE prizing and Asia prizing. So this is actually, don't forget, Serpent and Hype are the ones that have made it through from OCE, and the prizing there is on the right side. Just a little bit of a mix-up there on the numbers. And then very quickly, we'll hop on over to Asia's. Take a look there as well. Again, the players going through are correct. It was just a little bit of a typo there. A little bit of a mix-up. Things happen, you know. But, of course, Fortnite fan, we thank you guys so much for hanging out. Again, if there's people that have qualified that you are unfamiliar with, just send them a follow. Send them some love. They've worked so hard, and now they can say they've punched their ticket to the finals in New York City. But Bala, of course, we got to go to the 30-minute break. We got to get some food, all right? And then, of course, when we come back, we've got NA East up on deck. So don't go too far, Fortnite fam. We'll see you guys in 30 minutes.
Let's fly down to the lobby. Let's fly down to the lobby. Let's fly down to the lobby to get your spots and nugs. Burgers from dirt to munch. Tacos royale with crunch. Juicy's a tasty treat for Lil Whip, Peely, and Pizza Pete. Let's slide out to the lobby to get your squad some noms. Let's slide out to the lobby to get your squad some noms.
What's up, Fortnite fam? Sundown here, and today we are going to talk about the Tactical Assault Rifle and its addition to competitive play.
The Tactical Assault Rifle is probably one of the best additions to the game. It's a long-range weapon where you could save AR ammo if you have a drum gun.
Small bullet you can find everywhere, so it's a good weapon.
The Tactical AR is an uncommon, epic, and legendary weapon that utilizes light ammunition and has a high rate of fire. It does 22, 23, or 24 damage depending on rarity, has a pretty fast first shot accuracy timer, and a dope reloading animation. I mean, come on, just look at it. We've seen a lot of competitive players opt into using the Tactical Assault Rifle over the course of the Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. So let's hear from some of the players who qualified for the finals and get their thoughts on the TAC AR's addition to the game.
It's really good. Like really good. Once you get to endgame scenarios like 5th zone and beyond, it absolutely beams. It's very viable in meta right now. Everybody's been using it.
I like it because you could actually sneak up on someone. It has this low sound, so it's hard to hear.
It has its viability due to its first shot accuracy that can make it really strong, and the fall off damage isn't as strong as it was for the silent SMG, which got vaulted.
I reckon the gun's awesome for endgame because if you've got height, that gun can really get a lot of eliminations because it's like a laser, and people endgame tend to have less HP than they would towards the early and mid game. So I think it's really strong in situations.
Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on the Tactical Assault Rifle, and when do you like to use it? Send us your opinions using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, and I'll see you on the battle bus, or maybe on the high ground with a TAC AR.
What's up, Fortnite fam?
Today, we're going to be playing for $3 million for charity, folks, and it is going to be an incredible time.
50 of your favorite Fortnite personalities will be paired up with 50 celebrities put on this fantastic stage.
It's going to be awesome. It's duos, so we've seen it before at the Pro-Am last year, and it's always a blast. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
The first match of the Summer Block Party Pro-Am is beginning right now.
They're putting down pressure. No one's safe now. That's one Elim right there. Can he get a second? That is going to get followed up.
Because he desperately needs materials. A player behind, 102 to the face. Look at this, he's just waiting for a full send. It's Symphony. He shuts him down. It's a 1v1. Who is the other player?
is aggressive. Look at him go here, just beating down players. No weapons, doesn't even need them.
Wants this, look at this. Aiden's just supplying pressure.
Oh, tries to go for the high ground.
This might have been a mistake. This is Aiden. We're talking about more damage. Bucky's down to nothing. And Aiden, victory royale.
Ball, it doesn't connect with the shot. Marshawn Lynch hits 75 blue.
One great shot connects up, comes up over top. That's a second right there, and the Rift goes out.
Oh, she's on the run. She's chasing it down.
You're not gonna let this one go away. Oh no, no, you know you're a solo. No turning back now.
35 wide on that damage there, and Ewok got the target. One build remaining, and that's it. He's gonna land in front of him, and typical gamer. Final game. Typical gamer pops up behind Janina. Oh, the rage. At this point in time, not looking the best when it comes to the. Oh no!
Final moments, Golden Boy.
This is it right here, the 1v1. It's going to be Aiden going up against Symphony, pushing forward, forcing the activity. Oh! Symphony with the victory royale! Your winner of the second Fortnite Pro-Am is RL Grime and Aerox!
I'm a big fan of competitive Fortnite and watching it, so this has been really cool to be involved with.
That was easy, actually.
Easy peasy.
Will be the final beasts out of the East, who will join Dubs and Mega, Cease and Elevate, and Zayt and Saf out of this packed region. Ghost Demo and Bizzle have come so close, with just a single Shadow Bomb rotation being the difference between their trip to the final as a duo or not so far. Can they clutch up in the final week and put their high execution style strategy to work? And the question everyone wants answered. Can Tfue and Cloaksy or Ninja in Reverse make it to the Fortnite World Cup final? Both have come so incredibly close in different duo weeks, and both have the eyes of everyone in the Fortnite and gaming world on them. Will these Titans move on, or will someone else rise above them in the final moments?
What's going on, Fortnite fam? We are back, and welcome to continued coverage of Fortnite World Cup Online Open Qualifiers. We're hanging out with our best friend Sundown, who's getting that real deep. Very proud of you there. Anyway, Fortnite fam, welcome. Let's go ahead and refresh your memory. All right, and we know we've been gone for a little while. All right, so let's get the memory going. All right, we'll start with the schedule. Don't forget, Oceania and Asia have already concluded. Europe as well as done. We're hopping into NA East games in here in just a moment, and we'll wrap the day later on with NA West. Don't forget, we also pushed everything back 1 hour, so that's why those times might look a little new. Now, of course, we are back to duo competition, which means top 15, top 10, and of course, 5 in the victory hour, all those placement thresholds. Every elimination is, of course, a point. Don't forget about that crazy prize pool, $2 million. Every single placement spot on the board will be doubled. Do not forget about that. That is huge. Now, of course, guys, $2 million prize pool is pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool, but what's more important are those qualifying spots. 4 were up for grabs in Europe, 3 in NA East, 1 in West, 1 in Asia, Brazil, Oceania, of course. I mean, we've seen quite a bit of Fortnite action today. And I mean, it's just going to continue getting better. Don't forget, we're hopping into NA East here in just a moment. But first, we kind of touched on it before this last little break. We got a new competitive Twitter, FN Fortnite. Is that what it is? FN Competitive.
Fortnite is a good one. FN Competitive, F Monster with
FN Fortnite.
Check out the medias. It's where we're going to be posting a ton of stuff in terms of competitive, whether it's highlights, polls, tips and trick, VOD reviews, creator content, whatever you are looking for in terms of the creative side, competitive side.
I got
it will be on there.
affected
FN Competitive, you can check it out right there. But as Zeke said, 5 more spots are up for grabs. We hopped into Brazil a little bit before the break. They'll be wrapping it up. We'll have those final standings in a bit, but now we're going to jump into NA East, where 3 of the last 5 spots are up for grabs, and let's take a look at where the standings have shaken out so far. So first, only 2 or max 3 games have been played so far, but Slacks and Keys up top, 38 in the spread. We always talk about it, 9 points so far separating them. So that's a decent buffer after your first 2 games.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially with already a victory out under the belt, it's got to feel really, really good. But don't forget, we're still just kind of beginning games out. We're still feeling these games out. It is finals day, the final chance to punch your ticket to the finals in New York City. So I would expect to see the standings shift, especially if a group or 2 has like a really standout game. You know, we're talking a 20-point game. We could see this shift dramatically.
Yeah, I mean, a 20-point game would definitely shake it up. But to be said, like, that was a lot of players in NA East who we've seen a lot of. 72 Hours in Vivid. You had Naga Ops and Kenneth up there, Z-Laner and his partner. So it's no strangers to the top 10, and they're going to look to keep that pace up there. Aircool, also shout out to him. So a lot of those previous Summer Skirmish veterans showing up in Week 10.
That's right. Everyone is putting everything on the line to try and punch their ticket to the finals. But now, Fortnite fam, we're not going to keep you up too much longer. Let's get ready to hop into some games. Remember, we have a new person joining us, that is Shio Wager, and we have Bala TW to get us through all these games. Gentlemen, please, after you.
Thank you so much, Zeke and Sundown. I appreciate it, and I just cannot wait to get in these games. Shio, I'm excited to cast with you for the first time. It's going to be great, the VOD review duo coming in. But you know what else I'm more excited for? We are getting into some NA East games, and there's so many names who have yet to qualify, Shio.
All the big names, Cloaksy, Tfue. We've got Tom at the top with Vivid right now. It's going to be a dope time. Experience that you don't want to miss. I want to get right to it, Bala.
Yeah, let's get into it. The games are ready. Let's go right now into the first couple of NA East games. I mean, Shio, these Vivid, Tom, I mean, Tfue, Cloak, Bizzle, Demo. There's way too many names to list that could still qualify. There's only 3 spots to grab them.
A lot of people, and the hole's really small to fit in through, so we'll see getting right into it with Ghost Assault, going to be going up towards a mid-ground layer, about the 5th zone, just locking in a very prime position as well on the zone wall. He's going to be trying to get up in height just to see if he can have a better vantage point on everyone around him. We are in the snow biome, a lot of hills available, also a lot of different types of sight lines available for different duos in different layers of height.
Yeah, and this Assault and Innocence duo from Ghost, I mean, they have been probably actually one of the most consistent duos throughout NA East and throughout the World Cup overall. Both controller players, both, you know, part of that controller gang and crowd that people are looking to have one at least full duo qualify. Still, it hasn't happened yet.
Absolutely. Right now, it just looks like they're going to be playing safe. These guys are up in the top 10 of the leaderboard. They're going to make sure they want to replicate those results they've had in these first 2 games. We talk about the way you play games now. It's been 10 weeks. It is duels as well, so there's more brains at your strategy. A big double heavy snipe coming in. Not sure if, it was both duos synchronizing that at the same time. Sometimes you can pick up on a heavy snipe that's coming off from across the server as well. A lot of action going on now. Vertical sightlines coming through. Some desynchronization on that floor placement there. We're going to see what they can do as we go to a big aerial shot of the entire snow biome at the moment.
And yeah, talk to me, Shio, about the mobility that these players are all starting to use. We're about to come up onto that, that 6th zone waiting period before it starts moving. But everybody's trying to make their plans and even getting some double heavy snipers in. We already saw one tick through, and now Painful goes down. His teammate Tyler's trying to get away, and I think he is going to manage to do that, but not before Assault and Innocence grab from those spoils.
You talk about the mobility. That was the priority there from Assault, getting in, just picking up that jump pad as well as topping off his smokes all the way up to 6. Very smart stuff in and out, making sure he doesn't get too much pressure from other duos as everyone looks for those free loot piles near the end of the game. Now we have Fernando on a mid-ground layer as well. Erupt Slades is here as well. We'll see what he can do. Volds and Slades might be using 2 different names amongst each other. All these players switching up their names. 2 Chens going down as they hold up the Stormline pressure from their mid-ground tarp layer. A lot of chug splashes available from this duo as well. Now using Stinks. We'll see if they can play off of them or look for another angle. Going to be pushing towards Germ, goes down from that Stink. Unfortunate there. They're going to be on a low ground layer, though they're going to have to move up at any moment here before the action starts seeping in from zone 6.
Oh, and unfortunately they're split heavily as we go up over Polar Peak. That launch pad's not going to get him all the way up, but you can see Keo and Imshoots right now using those Shadow Bombs to full effect to get up the mountain. Keo unfortunately falling down and taking a little bit of storm damage, and I think that's going to be the end of him. Yes, he does fall down, and the rest of these players also trying to do it. I mean, I just saw probably 3 duos total go down right now. Devious and Frosty, Lildo and his duo as well. That's crazy.
They call Polar Peak the great filter of the Fortnite competitive scene, as it's always about, do you have that rotation, do you have the mobility, or do you have the smarts to get up with your mats? Not only that, where do you base up after that on shambles or not? We see Niddle also on the top 5 at the moment with his duo Casker, sitting not at that much white health, but that Siphon can click in, especially off of sitting in that ball, looking for that opportune moment to get the guaranteed damage and elimination to make sure he stays on top for those 8th and 9th zone big pop-off moments.
See, almost taking those opportunities out of the baller right there as a couple players rotated directly in front of him, but for now, just outlasting the rest of the server. And hey, that's a good strategy, especially, you know, with these, look how many ballers there are right now, and they are having a good time on Polar Peak because they can climb and fall as fast as they want, no matter what with those grapplers.
Absolutely. Talk about insurance as well. It's awesome when there's a lot of people moving around and maybe 1 or 2 ballers, but when you have so many ballers together, you talk about the insurance behind that mobility. Niddle, the Rift to go, now going to get out. Big shots coming in. Karos going down, in and out of there. A nice burger combo coming in as Niddle now goes all the way down. The mountain going to go back up if it does bounce back. Yes, it does. Moving back towards this huge high ground tarp layer. A lot of other natural ground to be mimicked and manipulated towards as well as they move up through this entire snow biome at the moment. Caster and Niddle surprisingly together as well. Very hard to stay together off of balls too when you are moving in these chaotic environments.
Unfortunately, that zone just went on the edge, so a lot of the players who were going onto low ground ended up being able to just come right back up without having to go down. But then Casker and Niddle with the Rift play, trying to take high ground. They do take it from Tuxi, and his teammate Nut is somewhere looking for sure, but they have high ground now, and that is what they need. They have the advantage. They have all the position to win this game.
This is all part of the game plan. This is Niddle's consistent strategy. It's always near zone 7 or 8 where he goes for that last-minute high ground take and then just starts to trickle down. We see that in international regions. Brazil does it really well. DK, as he just goes down tarp by tarp, moving like this. Zextro getting popped. His duo Vinny going down as well as these guys are now moving towards it. Niddle bombarding the server with his positional advantage above everyone else. Metal doesn't matter when there's 2 people shooting at you at the same time. White shots coming in, a trap coming down to delay that elimination coming through from Casker as he has vertical pressure. Niddle with that horizontal pressure unfortunately did not work out. He goes down, but Casker with the quick drop down, can he capitalize off of this position that he's in on height at the moment?
That player Puffin got chunked all the way down to what looks like 1 HP there, and then I think they did end up cleaning up, but no, Casker still having height, but Assault way down below. There is so much of a height difference here. Assault could capitalize if he just looks right back in the zone and knocks out either one of these teams. I believe they're going down as Casker takes out Top Gun, and then all the way down, he does have that redeploy, so it's now Assault versus Puffin, and the Rift up from the top. Casker is coming straight down. Assault is going to take care of Puffin as he was low HP, and now in the zone. Casker looking to find exactly where he needs to go. He's going to get 1 or 2 layers above Assault. Assault slowing the pace down a little bit. He still has a lot of materials to work with, and we're getting down to those final seconds of this zone. Casker versus Assault. Here comes the ramp out into the zone. He does get a shot. Now it's Assault with the HP advantage, but
big flicks.
Cast on to Assault. He's going to take that game by himself as Niddle combines with him to 8 elimination and 18 points in that game.
Amazing control of knowing when to drop down, when to stay up. Casker playing that insurance. We talked about it with balls, but even as a duo, being sure you're split up and covering for each other's losses will always net you that win at the end.
And I'm already just giggling to myself right here because Tim the Tatman and Wildcat is the first players we're going to be hopping in with on board. With them 1 point in this game, this could be one of their first couple.
One big topic in the Fortnite community as well is the content creators versus the competitive players and their success in getting games done, getting those qualifying spots secured. Blue damage coming out from Tim. Can he see that the individual that he was shooting at, Remdog, is going to have a weakness on his left side wall? He's going to go for that blue, but it's not enough. Not enough dynamic building. In a bad position, he gets beamed down, but the pressure's still coming in from Tim as he bobs down on metal tarps with his duo Wildcat. These guys are going to be showing everyone else that, hey, even though I stream Fortnite for fun a lot of the time throughout the day and make dope content, I can hang out with the big dogs as well and pop off when the moment's right.
Hey, they were both at that Pro-Am, and here they're perfectly executing a pinch as they get shot a little bit, but I think they still have it. Yes, Wildcat's going to take down that player, and Tim's going to get the finish.
Doing that classic animal aspect, right wall, left wall, showdown there on that other duo that they just cleaned up in record time. Not sure where the other individual is, but it's just big pop-off moments.
So maybe they learned something at the Pro-Am, right?
Absolutely.
That high-pressure, high-stakes situation, they played on that stage that a lot of these players are vying and fighting to get on at the end of July.
Absolutely. Talk about high pressure. Now we're on high ground where the pressure is very different, as this is the moment where you have to capitalize. Make sure you get as many eliminations and pick up your points where you can, because it's not only about winning games. You have to be dynamic enough to pick up on advantages, get those elim points, get a nice 50-50 split on what you're doing. You can't just be complacent and play these games bopping and Ghost is lost. Up top shooting at, oh, never mind. Can they get that beam off the sky? Yes, they do, as he comes rocketing down to the ground, landing below. We'll see who picks up that loot in just a second. One smoke grenade left for Ghost, so not that much insurance as we talked about before, but we'll see if he can make his position. It is the best one on the server, right behind where the storm is going to be rotating to, and we'll see if he can pop off from that moment as well.
That it was the best position possible in the server, and I just have to wonder, why is that Shio? I mean, they have the high ground, their back is... What's going on here with Ghost and Boppin?
So in this position, as you can see, they get a nice theater widescreen 16:9 native view on the entire rest of the map, moving straight towards them, and they don't have to use as many mats.
Soy el champ. Arre. What? Creo que la música... No. Hicimos el nuevo, no hay problema. De la mente, tío. Vamos a hacer las misiones de hoy. Primero poner más con silenciador fácil. Dar una piquita. Ya le damos el último tiraco. Pum, pam, pim. Y la otra partida, re fail. Pero mira, esta temporada me gustó mucho. Me gustó. Vega la tengo. Ya agarré consigo esta, me está dando fornite. Voy a intentar buscar alguno. Si es de noche, quiero jugar un fornite que sí. Solamente se consigue en la noche. Que todavía no se me hizo de noche y no lo encuentro. Pero ahora como es de noche, capaz que lo encuentro. Arre. Vale, Fortnite siempre, casi todo el tiempo es de día. Porque acá en esta montaña hay un Fortnite, pero solo de noche. Hola amigo, hola, ¿eres pro o no? Yo estoy subiendo un directo. Me fiesta en mandado y estoy más o menos, no sé, 1 hora más o menos, pero recorto el vídeo y listo, ¿no? Acá hay un Fortnite, solo se puede acceder de noche por si no lo sabías. No, acá hay un Fortnite donde solamente lo puedes usar de noche, pero todavía no lo encuentro. ¿Alguna pelota de playa que ande? Ay, que no puedo cantar. Guau. ¿Qué tan lejos? seguro que acá no cayó nadie. Sí. Oh my god. ¡No! Pues ya vino un poco oxidado. Yo soy el capítulo. Vamos. ¿Comentario? Mira. Voy a ver mis WhatsApps. Qué mala suerte. Soy el mejor, soy el mejor. Vale, la transmisión.
As well from just one level above, and they have that pyramid and floor edit.
Espero que les gustara. Lo lamento, lo lamento, lo lamento. ¿Conocen a lo lamento? Digo, ¿conocen? Ah, ya dije el chiste. ¿Conocen a Troya? No, digan, no lo conozco. Lo lamento, muras andas. Chiste. Pero es que podemos. ¡No! ¡No! Nope. 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 Hello, my friend. Arre. Soy un youtuber. Estoy grabando ahora mismo. ¿Vos sabés que acá hay un fornite que solo se puede activar de noche? ¿Qué te parece? Cosas clásicas que hay cosas. Aparte de un lugar tranquilo para empezar. ¿Qué le pasa a Beata? Oye, vamos a ¿qué pasa? Y ahí también hay un fornite. ¿Qué tanta? ¿Cómo que tanta flota de playa? ¡Ay, por favor, qué cutre! ¿Cómo va a hacer esto? Yo te quiero dar esto. Para terminar arriba, que es lo mejor skin de los dos juegos. Antes que sería, me gustó un montón de... Franco del bueno. Es del épico con silenciador. Ya tenía 16 balas. Tipo... No es muy... Ahí estamos. Muni. Nos da un minuto. Escopeta de la buena. El juguete aparcada. Hay una... No. Yo sé, me va a dar. Tengo un modo sordo activado, ¿eh? Te aviso de mí. Hay un cofre para arriba. No, por acá no está. Ya te digo. Está ahí arriba. Arriba de todo está.
Comendo, Breno? Mas tá comendo e jogando nesse mesmo? Então tá na boca da vez. Tudo bom, Adriano? Tudo bem. Você tá comendo? Escudito, pero voy a echar. Así me pongo el 100. Si encuentro un escudo de 50, ya no aviso. Nada. Imaginan que puedo meter algo. Ay, no tengo. Oh my god. ¿En serio lo tenías? ¿En serio? ¿En serio? ¿En serio? ¿En serio? ¿En serio? ¿En serio? ¿En serio de verdad? Esa es mía, esa es mía. Esa era mía. Oh my god, oh my god. Igual no te la robo. Yo soy buena gente. Claro, también tenés esa, ¿no? Pero es que es tan bonito hacer. De novo. Ah, vai jantar. Tá bom.
Gente, você nem falou. Ah, bueno, mejor. A ver, encuentro las balas épicas. El metido de torreta. Mira. ¿Ese looter es? Bueno, yo tengo esto. Tengo esto. Y también tengo esto. Ese loot.
De nuevo.
No, me lo voy a robar el sniper,
Él tiene un rifle de asalto.
¿El rifle de asalto? Tengo este, el azul. Le cerré la puerta, me estoy grabando. ¿Pero qué lo querés lascar de oro? Yo no te lo agarro. Yo no te lo agarro. Tienes una suerte tremenda. ¡Ah, me voy! Chao.
Hola.
Olha o tamanho. Bonito, hein?
Si lo saque, te la verás. Igual te la doy.
Devolve.
Tá vermelho. Tadinho, eles queimaram no sol, né? Que sol? Não, ó. Formato queima. Não, eu botei protetor. Ainda botei protetor, hein? Aquele protetor, aquele. Aquele é pra queimar, não é pra fogo. Calma. Ué, já te falei isso.
Voy a ver la presentación, pero nunca la vi. Bueno, la vi en fotos. Está muy bueno.
Você botou.
Se puede romper.
É bronzeado.
Rompible.
Eu queria.
Después mujer. Bolas gigantes para el monstruo que hay en la isla. Oh my god, oh my god. No, qué rayos. Nunca hay que hacer eso. Véate, mami, una soli, véate. Me acabo de comprar la carta de Free Fire. Por Free Fire y Fortnite. Pero más en Free Fire porque es que, miren, pone etapa 2 y etapa 3. Pero la etapa 1... Oh. My God. Si es de noche, mira dónde está el fornite. Hola amigo, estoy grabando. A ver un fornite, que eso se puede, eso se le estar de noche. ¿Qué te parece? Ahora me vale. Salpiones, muy buen lugar. Pero yo jugué una partida con un amigo y tiramos la pelota de playa que hay por el vecindario. Bueno, la tiramos y tenía un vertido de tormenta y me la estaban atacando por la pelota, que era un recuerdo. Nunca había meter eso. Bastante cae, pero poco. Caigo aquí. Soy más fan de Marte. Tengo un cofre, ¿es en serio? Copeta, por él. Trampa. Voy a poner la entrada. Un más. Voy al lugar secreto de estaciones. Blanco. Bueno, de todo el mismo, Ay, no puedo, me toca. ¡Oh! Lo maté con la trampa que puse en la otra casa. Vamos. Yo bajo. My God. Se murió la trampa. Dame loot. El loot es mío. Yo puse la trampa. No se vale, che. No se vale. No, levanté yo. Qué rata. Sí, va a ir a hacer. Gente. Mira, bueno. A buscar algo. Se necesitaba esa pistola. ¿Cómo me había entrado? Me olvidé. Yo entré por aquí. Entré por aquí. Sí, entré por aquí. Qué suerte. Me dispara. ¿De dónde? Tengo el modo solo. ¡Ay! ¡Oh, my God! ¡Oh, my God!
Toma.
Vámonos. Gracias. Madre, una granada efectiva y me matan. Se están curando. Ya me curé. ¡Ah, no! Yo bajo, a ver si se come la trampa. Vienen por acá. Se come la trampa. Oh my God. Está ahí en arriba. ¡Ay! ¡No! Por lo menos matar al compañero con la trampa. Ya la reventó, qué asco. Mandame una sólida amistad si jugamos, ¿vale?
¿Cómo te llamas?
San Moteichik 040.
San Moteichik.
SANMOTEICHIK 040. A ver. Bueno, 41. Genial. Ay, quiero llegar a este nivel. Está muy bueno. Voy a usar la Vega. Aquí lo tengo. Oh my gosh. Voy a poner un pico bueno para Vega. Que tenga pinta de matar. Las hachas comunes. Bueno, me gusta más. No, parece que no lo logro. Sí. Herimos a uno con la trampa y mandamos a uno con la trampa. Qué buena trampa lo pudimos hacer. A ver, a uno de me daría uno de como que no le da 3. No, este video no va a durar mucho igual. Por acaso me iba jugando ponerle con un amigo a Free Fire, pero con las cartas que tengo acá. Así que muestra su cara, que la muestre. Capaz que admito a Sori Juárez, que es mi amigo, ahora también es su video. Hola, estoy en un gameplay. ¿Qué te parecería a ti salado que recién fui? Estamos en buen lugar. Que ahí no se le puso entrar por uno, estaba re muerto. Estaba solo y la recorrió. Pues mira, ya me diga que esta remite. La jugada de construcción se ¿a dónde quiere ir? Alguien me lo diga. Y se desconecta. Genial. Bueno. Vamos a jugar un combate de equipo. Vamos a hacer las misiones. Ahora debo hacerlo. Debo hacer esta. Y consigo esa, la N3. Después debo hacer la 2, la 4, la 5 y la 6. Tengo que completar. Y después tengo que seguir por la 6 y 7. Voy a intentar completar todas las misiones. O si no, busco fornites. Y listo, me pongo a buscar fornites. ¿Ustedes qué prefieren? ¿Forvertis o fornites? Yo prefiero fornites. Para que no. Ah, no. Para, amigos, ¿son noob o pro? Decime algo. No. No, sos noob. Buah. Ah, que lo puse. Un segundo, ¿cómo la tengo en dúo si puse a llenar? Amigos, estoy subiendo un video.
No.
¿Cómo se llama el canal?
Não sei, mano, falar seu idioma, não.
¿Qué?
Eu sou brasileiro.
Ah, bueno. Soy argentino. Básicamente el nombre que tengo en Fortnite. San Tiro. Imagínate que es fake. ¡Oh, Dios! ¡Qué fake! ¡Qué fake, por favor! ¡Qué fake! Fake, pero fake. Qué fake. A ver.
Ya, mano, você já tá com Scar?
No coba. Ah, copeta. Ay, no, conmigo. A ver.
Pode me devolver, tá? Vai.
Mentira.
Fica, pode ficar. Não.
Oh, no, me engañó. Bueno.
Não tem mais drone? Como assim?
Uy, el baño.
Ah, como assim? Não tem mais drone, mano? Eu não sei se é drone que se fala. Mas que eu sei que eu vou dar no pé, eu vou. Eu falo. Não, por favor.
Ya vine, y justo cuando me quiere matar la tormenta. Me curé. Ni lo agarré.
Ah, muito bom, a gente não
Tío,
vai
fui al baño, porque fui al baño. Decime Santi, pues a mí me dicen Santi. Una manera de esconder la azul. Tenemos todo azul. Perfecto por la skin. Da. Ah, bueno.
Ah, vou deixar, né? Ah, não tenho um mais. Já tenho outro.
Sí, la nueva arma. Y este chico deja la nueva arma.
Morri.
Le di.
Apaga o último.
Voy a recargar.
Oh, chico.
Voy a ir por él.
No banheiro, por exemplo, mentira. Ai, animal, que foi? Foi assim, né?
Ah, bueno. Ya, bueno. No lo vendé.
Ya prendo. Olha a cosita que
la nueva arma.
Tipo anime.
Un noob la dejó. La dejó, no lo quería. Ya viva patineta que yo. Ah, luego, ¡Qué poco! ¿Qué? ¡No! ¡No, esta arma no! ¡No! ¡Deja el arma! ¡Camioneta! ¡Guau! ¡Ah! La nueva. Necesito eso. Ay, acá. No, pero. Nuevo. Ah, tengo casi todo dorado. Tengo todo dorado todavía. De arpas tengo todo dorado. Ah, ¿dónde está mi pistola? Listo. Ah, bueno, venga, matar. Si la encuentro, me vendría re bien.
Boa sorte. Manda pro menino.
Perdí la arma que quería. A ver si dejaron algo. Silenciador. No creo.
¿Qué?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Mano. No, me mató el bro, me mató el que tenía skin. Casi lo revento. What? What? Ay, si tengo el asco, me voy a matar.
Ai, caramba, que sempre que dá mais coisa. Mais dano.
El arma.
Que veio?
Me tocó el arma que estaba buscando.
Que é mano?
Vamos a ver qué con esto. Ven, aquí está la máquina, aquí está la máquina.
Veio um sniper, mano, pra você. No telefone.
Oh my god. Ya, que se le bajo. Voy con vos, me voy a hacer kill con la nueva arma. Digo, con la vieja. Con la bicicleta y con el silenciador. Es la que estaba buscando. La tenía que... Y es una de las... Casi. ¡Tómate! Listo. Ay, vale, ah, bueno, era mi kill, esa era mi kill. Esa también era la misión. Ya no te necesito más, asquerosa. Oh my god. Ah, bueno. Sí, el tipo te vea puntería. Mira esa banana. Muerta. ¡Sí! No. Ah, se me da con dice asalto, ¿en serio? Ahí la hago. Muerto, este es el hombre de la prisión. Ahora ya, no, no. Tres no. No, eso no se vale, chicos y chicas. Estos son un gran pollo. Mira por el drop. Una scar, oh my god. En base de sombra. Ya, tírame esto. Amigo, tengo uno. Y esa es la sombra. ¡Qué maldito! No, ese tipo es pro. Es pro, pero que no es cool. No quiere. ¿Qué dispara? Mío.
¿Cuántas kills, mano, que se jeta?
¿Dónde va? ¿Dónde te vas a ir un golpe? Vení acá donde está toda la gente, hay botón de pelea. Lo maté, por fin maté al pro este. Uy, más munición de... No. Oh my god, oh my god. Ay, good. Ya, relajada. Es loco. ¡Oh! Esta nueva arma. No, tenía que decir. No, la versión de antes de nadie. El táctil. Munición está. O buscaría para la vida. Hola. Ese es el noob. Ah, bueno, debería remover. Perdimos. Yo te invito. Bueno, creo que chicos, hasta aquí llegó el nuevo video. Mi nombre es Antino, soy Chic.
Y nos vemos en el siguiente. Recuerden suscribirse, darle a la campanita, porque si no van a entrar a Fortnite y nos van a matar y nunca van a poder entrar. Chao, nos vemos. ¡Compañeros! ¡Uní!